We're excited for today. Welcome to New World Makati or New World Hotel here in Makati. My name is Isa Chong. I will be your host for today. We want to thank you on behalf of LBC for being here. Our sirs, good morning. Our beautiful media and blogger friends, thank you so much for taking time off your busy schedules to be here with us today. And I'm sure all of you are excited to know what we're gathered here for today, right? Right? Yes. I'm sure we're excited for what LBC has in store, so let us not prolong it any longer. To formally welcome us today, we would like to introduce to you LBC's Chief Marketing Officer, Mr. Javier Mantecon. Let's give him a huge round of applause.
To our online sellers, media partners, bloggers, my peers from LBC, and our honorable guests, welcome and good morning. We're delighted to have you here today as we are witnessing the launch of LBC's new services in line with our company's continuous mission to keep improving our services, give best service to our clients. In the Philippines, online selling has had exponential growth since 2015. Studies have shown 65% of the online community are actually shoppers, but only 15% of them purchase online. 85% still go offline. The challenges that they're faced with, one, is how secure are my transactions online? Two, they want to see the products first for assurance of what's being sold. Three, some hidden charges and or high delivery fees for nationwide deliveries. We at LBC, branded as the leader and innovator of cargo and parcels in the Philippines, are committed to eliminate these main pain points. So today, we introduce to you a convenient and effective way of buying and selling in the Philippines. But first, let me tell you about LBC Payment Solutions Pay Collect. So, Pay Collect basically lets corporate entities and online shoppers utilize LBC as a collecting partner. All they need to do is register with us, give us their details, and LBC will consolidate all their payments from nationwide, from anywhere in the Philippines, into their respective accounts. LBC is also tapped can be tapped for refunds for online sellers or platforms if products do not meet standards. For SMEs and entrepreneurs, LBC also offers payroll disbursements. Now, with LBC cash on pickup and cash on delivery, we can assure and guarantee convenience for both buyer and seller. No matter how busy they are, how far they may be, since they can always count on LBC since we have the widest network and delivery coverage in the Philippines. So with this, what can we address? One, we can address the secure transaction. So instead of having a kaliwaan system or meetup, basically, LBC bridges that issue. Money will only be released if the buyer gets the item. So both buyer is secured that the item is good and the seller is assured of his collection. Second, we're also assured of nationwide access. You're not limited to just where you are today. I can only sell where I can meet you up. E paano kung nasa Manila ka at yung bayan mo nasa Baguio? This solution addresses those problems. Lastly, this product offering will have and be very competitive in terms of rates. Ladies and gentlemen, with the services that are unraveled here today, this is just one way for LBC to highlight its strength and capabilities in this industry in order to give our customers the better and best service possible. Let me assure you, at LBC will constantly seek to innovate and better our services to meet your demands and the ever-changing needs for e-commerce in the Philippines. Again, thank you for joining us today, and we hope you enjoy the program. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Mr. Montecon. There you have it. So, of course, we all know that LBC has been a household name for a long, long time, and it's really great to see that they're stepping up their game. And of course, I want to know, show of hands, who shops online here? Online shoppers? How about online shop owners? Oh, also, yes. Okay, how about those who still prefer to go to stores, physical stores, instead of online shopping? Meron pa ba? Meron?
Depende.
Okay, I would like to ask you.
Pagdamit, sapatos.
Ayan, I would like to ask you, why do you prefer still to go to stores, physical stores, than online shopping?
Sizes and quality. Usually kasi clothes or shoes in hand. So the fit and yung quality talaga ng material. Kailangan ma-check.
Yes, so you get to try it on first before buying. Alright, how about anyone else? Anyone else who prefer going to actual stores instead of online shopping? Meron pa ba? Oh, I see you there in the back. Alright, what is your reason for not preferring online shopping?
Yun nga, sabi niya, sizes. And gusto ko makita yung comfortable ka kung gusto isuot. And yung papadala naman ako ng, ng mga items. Gusto ko kasi yung nakasilip talaga, yung may mga bubble wraps, and may mga style right. Gusto ko makabox. Para dating dun sa customer ko. Ano siya, wala seal, and of course, walang seal. Pero, meron bang ganun yung pagka-pick up? They may bubble wrap pa. I would like to know that.
Okay, sige, we will reserve that for the Q&A later, but thank you so much for your input. Alright, are there any online shoppers here who are not sure about transacting online because of security reasons? Anyone? Wala naman. Okay, well, interesting. Alright, so anyway, I personally love online shopping because you get to do it anywhere. You just need your phone or your laptop, whatever. You can do it anywhere, in the office, at home, in the bathroom, wherever, everywhere. You know? So I like the convenience that it gives me personally, and I'm sure that that's also the reason why you prefer online shopping. Alright, so now, as we heard from Mr. Montecon, we already have a solution. LBC already has a solution, a payment solution for us, and we'd like to hear more about that. So now we would like to lend our ears and learn more about LBC's new services straight from our Philippines team. So right now, friends from the media and our blogger friends, we would like to introduce here in front Mr. Oliver Valentin, LBC Senior Vice President for Philippine Operations.
Hello, good morning everyone. Actually, this is my first time to speak in public, so please bear with me. But thanks to marketing for forcing me to this situation. Anyway, at this point, I don't really know if I need to, what do I need to present, because almost everything has been presented already by Abby, no? But we'll just expound on the different services and payment solutions that LBC is trying to offer to everyone. I will not dwell too much on e-commerce. We all know that e-commerce has been a booming industry nowadays. We've seen a lot of social sellers or entrepreneurs using social media as a medium for their business to offer their business and to grow their business as well. But one thing is concern of this e-commerce industry, actually two, no? Initially, when e-commerce was established in the Philippines, they thought of having a good logistic partner to be able to move their cargoes, to be able to move their goods from their stores, from their warehouses, their offices, their stores, and even some entrepreneurs on how to move the orders from their houses, their offices, to their buyers. So they have to partner with a strong logistic arm for their business to be successful. During those days, the business model was structured in a way that they are banking on using the digital payments or the credit cards as a form of paying the orders that are bought online. But lately, they saw the need because as far as statistics concerned, out of the total population of the Philippines, credit card holders, there are only about 3% of the population using this payment, digital means of paying goods. No? And they saw the needs because there are also confusion and some apprehension in using credit cards, because of course alam naman natin there are also issues on hacking information on the internet. So there are still buyers, there are still sellers that would want their buyers to pay first upfront their cost, the goods that they ordered before they deliver. And those are part of the solutions of LBC as trying to offer. We, as Abby mentioned earlier, we are trying to showcase the strength and capabilities of LBC because as far as we're concerned, we are the only logistic company that is capable in handling or strong in both segments of the business, which is logistics and financial services. So let me go direct to the services that we're trying to offer. And by the way, during my presentation, you'll notice that we are not really geared only to the e-commerce market. The services that we're trying to offer is actually for every Filipino to be able to create their own business and become entrepreneur someday. So, let me begin first with one solution that we're also trying to offer to SMEs. No? A lot of SMEs who has employees, scattered around the Philippines, across the Philippines. For example, security agencies. May mga security guards sila and they need to disburse the salaries of these security guards. No? Not only security guards, not only payroll, by the way, even commissions of agents in the networking business, they need to distribute these funds to them across the country. What they normally do is use the banking system, but they need to maintain, and we know that the bank required average daily balance for their accounts to be active. And this also poses some issues on them in maintaining a bank account. At the same time, in the provinces, there are very limited ATMs that the security guards can use to withdraw their funds. So, basic solution that we're trying to offer is the payroll disbursement or cash disbursement, actually. LBC will handle disbursement of your payroll or any commission for that matter to your employees, thus enabling them to retrieve their salary through any of the 1,300 branches of LBC. So mas madali na for them. They just need to sign up with LBC. We'll give them a very competitive rates. We'll automate their process and provide them regular reports, including the transactions that their employees or in cash by their employees through our branches. So that's one of, not necessarily for e-commerce, but for SMBs as a whole. Next is the payment collection. Having mentioned, give background of this already earlier. It allows sellers to use LBC branches as the payment center of their buyers. Today, we've seen a lot of social sellers, even SMBs, that are offering their products on a prepaid basis. They ask their customers, they ask their buyers to pay first the goods that they order before they deliver the package or their orders. What they tell to their buyers is either remit your payments to my bank account, use bank deposit, or through the different money transfer operators across the Philippines. And this poses also some inconveniences on the part of the sellers because they need to spend time in going to different branches. Imagine kung you have buyers, 100 buyers a day, and they will send a different money transfer operators. You need to spend time in going to these different branches of money transfer operators, and at the same time keep along with the traditional remitters. No? So we created this platform that you just need to register again with LBC, and we'll automate this process for you. You will be given an account that you can also that you will share to your buyers, and your buyers will just have to go to LBC and present that account number, and you can instantly pay your orders to your sellers at a very competitive rate. So the convenience on the part of the seller, of course, is they don't need to go to the different money transfer operators, or they don't need to maintain a bank account as well. They can use their funds to grow their business. And we will just, LBC, our role here is to provide convenience. We'll just deposit, if he prefers to deposit the funds to his bank account, we can just deposit it directly and just give them the report how many transactions were entered into our system and transferred to their bank accounts. So that's how convenient this solution is. And they can also opt, if they don't want through bank account, they can also pick it up from our branches, which is online everywhere. And third, they can opt to these funds to be delivered to them. Pwede rin yan, because we have the capability also to deliver monies. So that's basically our payment collection. Returns and refunds. Of course, I'll just skip on this topic first. I'll go direct to the cash on delivery before the returns and refunds. Earlier, it was mentioned already by Javi the gist of cash on delivery. So there's not much of a difference in terms of the payment mode itself. Cash on delivery being offered also by other logistics. But what differs LBC in offering this? Imagine a social seller so busy attending to different orders, no? And he will place an order, or he will place what they call this, he will call a logistics arm to pick up his cargoes for delivery. And he will wait until what time, God knows, no? Kung maghihintay ba siya. Sayang the time that we will spend in waiting for the logistics partners that will pick up their cargoes. We have 1,300 branches. I'm sure in every corner of your offices, there's an LBC present available in that area, and you can easily avail this service without you having registering through a big online or e-commerce company like Lazada. A small entrepreneur can easily avail this service by just going through LBC branches. And what is important here is, of course, the lead time of LBC settling or settlement of the payments of the buyers. We are committing the settlement of payments of 1 to 2 days upon delivery or claim by the buyers. So napakabilis lang, no? And we really are looking on ways on how to improve more, because we know that the sellers are actually looking at the aspect of settlement, no, the payments of their buyers to be given to them as quick as possible. But I think 1 to 2 days is strong enough, no? If we can do this an instant, much better. Who knows? One of these days we will be able to do that. But of course, we're still dependent on the logistics and technology of communication. So we also have cash on pickup, kanina delivery. So you don't need also, your buyers don't need also to wait in their houses or offices. People nowadays are very mobile, no? So they can just ask their sellers to select an LBC branch or appoint an LBC branch where that cargo will be dropped. And the buyers can just pick it up at this convenience time. No? Madaling-madali lang for them. Normally, a lot of Filipinos, a lot of workers are in the offices, uuwi ng bahay, and then ubus na, tapos na yung delivery, umabot na sa kanila, hindi na nila naabutan. But the cash on pickup will give them more convenience when claiming and receiving their packages. So that's how we want the the market to understand the cash and pickup. In fact, there is one product here under the cash and pickup, one segment that we haven't really put a hype on. Today, meron pa rin mga nag-meet ups, right? No, you go in one place, buyer and seller meet up in one place. Maraming tatakot na to do that as well. No? So you can use LBC also as a meet-up place. Instead of you meeting together, you can just drop the orders of your buyers in an LBC branch, and at the same day, your buyers can also claim it on the same day in that particular branch. Wala nang movement, and that's the cheapest way of doing the trading. Malalaman yan later on in details, no? So, isa rin yun na gusto namin i-hype sa inyo. Okay? So, thank you na pala kasunod. No. Of course, meron pa rin mga issues on some packages that are damaged or not working. No? Nangyayari yan. And today, the returns or refunds as a service is being enjoyed only by the big e-commerce market like the Lazada, Shopee. And we are opening this now. We've introduced this. We are actually one of the logistic arm of these big e-commerce companies. No? But now we are introducing this to the SMEs as well, the small and medium enterprises, that they can also sign up with LBC, and if they want to expand, give more integrity to their business. No? Assure their customers that if kung sira yan, I can replace that or I can refund. But you need to use LBC, sign up with LBC, and you can enjoy these services as well. So you'll have at least an equal playing field with the big boys, no? Hindi lang sila ay nakikinabang sa ganito classic services. So, basically, all these services, as I've said earlier, we developed this, we introduced this to the market, not necessarily for the e-commerce, but for every Filipino that would want to create their own business. I'll give you an example. Today, may mga kamag-anak, for example, sa Baguio. Baguio is known for what? Peanut brittle, yung wales nila. So, it's a classic example na ako may kamag-anak ako doon. Gusto ko ng wales Baguio. I want a Baguio wales. No? And I will order from my kamag-anak there. Sige, bili mo naman ako ng wales. Bonohan mo muna. But send it through LBC via cash on delivery or cash on pickup. And I will pay it. LBC will deliver it, or I can claim it also from the branch that I prefer and pay the fees or pay the cost of that wallet. And LBC will be the one to deposit or settle it to your bank account, or even branch pickup. It can be served as well. So, ang dali-dali na ngayon for every Filipino to buy things from different parts of the country. No? Gusto mo ng suha, ng Davao. Kahit di ka e-commerce, kahit ordinary Filipino, you can do this. And of course, those kamag-anak or your friends out there will realize that, oy, I can create my business. I can create a business on my own with this payment solution or logistics solution that LBC is trying to offer. In fact, nagulat din kami because initial findings that we've seen in this, when we launched this as a pilot test, there are also employees of LBC who were able to create their own business. Nakita na nila kagad. There's available medium of advertising their products. Post mo lang sa Facebook, and then later on, you can utilize now LBC to move your orders. So that's how the services of LBC would want to portray for every Filipino to be an entrepreneur. Maraming salamat po at good morning.
Thank you very much, Mr. Valentin. There you go. Now, I'm very excited that the leading business logistics company in the Philippines is now catering to that particular